So I think that something that you guys have been wondering for a while was how did I get my start? How did I become an artist? How did I become a rapper? Well, in order for you to understand that, you have to go back to the very start. And what I mean by the very start is you have to go back to 2014. Um, I had been a fan of Eminem and Lil Wayne, Hobson, and I was just starting to discover like Travis Scott and all of the mumble rappers and all that stuff. And so this is like I'd always been around rap and I had always liked rap music. But the thing was that I really didn't get the inspiration to become a rapper until I realized that I could write lyrics. And this is a little bit of this is so the start is actually kind of like if I hadn't been in the wrong place at the wrong time, I might not have became a rapper. Hear me out here. So in 2014, I went to a summer camp and I had a lot of friends there to, say the least. This was around the time that I started to really like gather a friend group. And so my friend Brock, who you guys have met, um, he had been writing lyrics for years. And he loved rap and he was really, really good at it. And he would rap like at camp, he would rap like during lunchtime and stuff like that. So he was the rapper, like he was the one that was like the guy that rapped. So with Brock, I would like listen to him and I would watch him jot lyrics down and I would write him and I would watch him like jot down bars, but I never had any interest in it really. Um, but there was this one day where Brock, another friend, and myself all got in trouble for um doing stupid shit. Um and and we got what you would call like pool time. And what pool time meant was that basically what it was that like every like Monday and Wednesday we would always go to the pool for camp and we would go swimming. And like their main method of punishing us was that they would give us pool time. And what pool time was that we would have to sit out of the pool for like an hour or 2 hours. It was basically detention. Like you couldn't do anything fun. So me and Brock and this other kid, we we were all sitting there and we were bored as shit. And Brock was like, "You got your notebook on you?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course. Why?" And then Brock said, "Well, you mind if I write some bars down?" And I was like, "By all means, go ahead." So I I hand him my notebook. I gave him a pen, and um, he starts motherfuckers writing like 100 miles an hour, writing down bars. And I'm sitting there amazed watching him write down bars. And my thing was that I felt like um I could never do that. But then like as time was going on, I was bored because my mom didn't allow me to have a cell phone. And I didn't have a cell phone, so I was bored as shit. I had brought my like DS or something along with me, and I was playing that shit. And Brock like hands me the notebook and pen and says, "Why don't you start writing?" And I was like, "Nah, this is not for me." And Brock said, "You don't know until you try it." And I was like, I don't know, Brock." And then Brock said, "Come on, man, try it." So I wrote down a couple bars and they weren't great. I think, like, I wrote down, like, "I'm causing you misery, this is my mystery," or something stupid along those lines, and I just remember writing it down and thinking to myself, "Well, damn, like, this is actually kind of not that hard to do," and I realized that I liked doing it, and so, even after our pool time was up, we had gotten, like, an hour or something. I just sat there and I wrote. I didn't go swimming. In fact, for the rest of the summer, I hardly went swimming. I was just writing in my book. Like, I have albums written that I have never, like, recorded ever. And, but so so Brock was doing that, and Brock was helping me out in that sense. Like, Brock would give me, like, ideas for, like, writing lyrics and stuff like that. But then, come 2015, I was in, like, October 2015, I was in high school. I was in my freshman year, and, um, Brock had already started to lay the foundation for him posting on SoundCloud, and he was in the process. Now, for those of you that are younger, you guys don't know what Rap Chat is. But Rap Chat was, like, the shit back in, like, 2015 to 2018. That was, like, what we all used for, like, collabs before, like, emails became a thing for us all to use when we all grew up. Like, Rap Chat was how we, like, collabed with, like, each other and shit like that. But so, um so Brock was already laying the foundation, and I still did not feel comfortable starting a career in the sense that I had the bars, but I was worried that, like, my delivery and my flow was gonna be ass cheeks to the point that I wasn't gonna sound good enough to warrant having a career. And I was asking, like, I was asking around, and I ran into Tanis online. Well, no, so I had found him through, like, a YouTube video because Tanis had done, he had done a remix to a Biggie Small song, and so he, hit him up, and I asked for, you know, advice, and he told me to put out a mixtape as my first thing. And the thing was that I didn't really I didn't really have the means or the tools to do that kinda thing. Like, had, like, a track phone. Like, the phone, like, you had to, like, it had numbers on it, but then, like, when you were trying to text, you would have to, like, hit, like, the 2 if you wanted, like, an E. You had to hit, like, the 6 if you wanted a Z. It was something along those lines. It was crazy. And so, I didn't have the means to record, like, quality material music. I didn't know about the studio in my high school until senior year. And so I would, like, sit in my mom's car writing lyrics, but I had nowhere or nothing to record with. And then in 2016, I got a cell phone, and everything changed because, sorry, allow me to clean my nose. Sorry. Everything changed in 2016, and I'll tell you why. Because I got a cell phone. And with a cell phone, I could download RapChat and I could start making music. Now, the thing with RapChat was that it was not good, the stuff that I was making, but I was putting stuff out. Like my first song, I didn't share it with anyone. 800 plays instantly. I just remember that feeling. It was like, what the fuck? Like, holy shit. Like, where did this come from? Why did this happen? But I just So I rapped on Rap Chat for a long time, or I would use my shitty like recording audio on my phone to post on the SoundCloud. But that was how I got started rapping. And I think my next stream, which will hopefully be tomorrow, I'm going to do a part 2 to this where I take you through like the early formative years and like rated R and then finding myself. So this is like the start. And then tomorrow will be the continuation. Thank you for watching. Deuces.